Tonight was obviously a can't-miss episode of Monday Night Raw. I mean, we had the return of Y2J, Chris Jericho, as a special guest host. But we also had one of the biggest returns of 2014. One that'll go down in history books as epic. OMG, moment of the year. Oh yeah, and Brock Lesnar came back too. What's going on, you guys? It is Perry the Entertainer back again for another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Raw for the night of December the 15th, 2014. Make sure you leave all your comments down in the comment section below. What did you guys think about the show? Also, hit that subscribe button down there while you're down there, and let me know that you care about the show, as well as follow me on Twitter at the PTE Show so we can live chat during Raw, SmackDown, and all sorts of that good stuff. We're going to be kicking things off with the way that Raw kicked things off with Chris Jericho going down to the ring. Basically, he's back in business, and he's going to be our GM of the night. You know, hashtag Y2GM. I tried getting that shit started, and absolutely no one was buying into that, so I kind of stopped it. Jericho basically demanding that Fandango gave him his Slammy back, which was, I mean, granted, I'm glad that they kind of brought continuity in this, and kind of brought the whole Jericho... why am I gonna say swagger? Jericho Fandango feud from almost 2 years ago. I'm glad they're kind of bringing that up again, but Fandango's a joke now. Like, I get it. See me, I got my RC over here. I understand Fandango was a joke back then too, but he's an even bigger joke now. Is this fucking? He looks like what would happen if Dancing with the Stars met the Matadors, and it was, you know, they had a baby and out popped Fandango. Like, that's what it is right now. Anyway, he's calling him out. Paul Heyman ends up going out there. Jericho and Heyman on the mic. That's just, first of all, a dream come true. Let me get that out of the way right now. A lot of people's ovaries were exploding at that, and we're going to get to another ovary popper later on in the night as well. But Heyman and Jericho talking about this $200 thing. Remember when Heyman couldn't really pay his wrestlers towards the end, and I guess he owed him $200 from his ECW days, and Heyman saying, oh, you know, remember who gave you your first start, and Jericho even, you know, all that stuff. Kind of back and forth between Heyman and Jericho. I think it was nice kind of getting the momentum that Jericho kind of generated, and all the heat, you know, all the crowd reaction that he got, and kind of focus it on Paul Heyman, and then focus that on John Cena and Seth Rollins when both of them came out, and they did their little thing. Basically, if what you need to know coming out of this was that this all ended up to be come out to be two matches that were supposed to be the two big main events of the night. John Cena versus Seth Rollins in a cage match, which we will be talking about in just a few minutes here, and Paul Heyman versus Chris Jericho, because I think Seth Rollins brought up, hell, Paul Heyman could even beat you, and that's when Jericho's like, oh, contraire, let me throw my hat back into the ring. So Jericho makes his, I guess, his in-ring return tonight, and, yeah, I think the opening segment was about 23 minutes, which, I get it, that's long, especially on a 3-hour show. That's, what, a good, quick math here, that's a good, 6 of the show, is just them talking. I mean, granted, you probably don't want to lose people's interest that early in the show, but I get it, you want to set up stuff for the night, and you also want to say, hey, we got Chris Jericho here, so he's our star of the night. Next matchup, Luke Harper, or actually this is our first match of the night, Luke Harper in the Big Show versus Eric Rowan and Dolph Ziggler. I think this match was about, 5-6 minutes long. Everybody got the, you know, the jobber intro, the jobber entrance, except for Dolph Ziggler, and that, you know, that was pretty much that. They made Rowan look like a joke again, and Big Show ends up winning with another knockout punch to Eric Rowan. That's the last we saw Rowan through the night. Not the last time we saw Big Show, but the last time we saw Eric Rowan. So it really gets me wondering what the hell WWE is going to do with Eric Rowan. I mean, right now he's kind of, I don't know if he did something backstage, or maybe WWE doesn't know what the hell to do with him, but making him kind of job out, and I'm going to say job out here because Rowan is getting absolutely nothing by getting knocked out by Big Show every week, so, you know, if you're going to put any sort of momentum in Rowan, at least maybe have Rowan attack him backstage or something. I mean, granted, I know you're trying to build up this feud with Big Show and Roman Reigns now, but, have Rowan do something. I mean, this guy's kind of in place for Sheamus until he gets back, and then when Sheamus comes back, Eric Rowan, back to the fucking minor leagues. I guess this guy's going to drop to SmackDown or TNA. NXT sure as hell isn't the minor league anymore. We'll tell you that much right now. Basically, tomorrow night they're going to be doing a live episode of SmackDown, so I don't know if I'm going to be reviewing that or not. If I do, you'll see it on this channel tomorrow, but if not, I'll get to it somewhere down the road. By the way, speaking of that, I uploaded a hashtag spoilers episode for this morning. It was supposed to be a bonus episode, but I didn't know they were doing a live SmackDown this week, so what I uploaded this morning is going to be your spoilers of the week. There's not going to be a Wednesday video, basically, is what I'm saying. So, check out hashtag spoilers. It's going to be episode 21 of the famous YouTube show. Keyword, that's a YouTube show now. I'm partnered, so this is an actual YouTube show, so thumbs up for that. Next up, the Bellas versus Alicia Fox and Natalya. WWE doesn't know what the hell they're doing with the Divas division. I was bored halfway through. Brie taps out to Natalya. That's all you need to know. And, of course, Tyson loving those assets on Nikki Bella. So, that's a thing. That was made famous last night. So that's definitely a thing. Chris Jericho hosted the highlight reel with special guests the United States Champion Rusev and Lana. Jericho pointed out, and he kind of poked fun at the fact that they were both they're always seen together, and maybe that there's something in between them, which is kind of funny because there actually is. These two were actually apparently dating in real life, Rusev and Lana, believe it or not. I know that pisses off 99.999% of the IWC, considering that a lot of us are males. So, yeah, I know that pretty much pisses us all off. Also cuts out any sort of live sex celebration we're going to be getting next week on Raw. Especially if that being Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas, ho, ho, ho. Okay, bad joke there. Anyway, Rusev calling Jericho a little man, you talk too much, blah, 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 same old Rusev stuff. And Jericho says, I know one person backstage that wants to fight you, and ironically, it is Ryback, and I say ironically because Jericho and Ryback kind of had a little mini thing last year, but we're supposed to forget that, right? Anyway, Ryback ends up going out there confronting Rusev, and I don't know if this is going to finally happen or not, but we are going to be getting Ryback versus Rusev somewhere down the road. So, this is tremendous for both guys. Tremendous for the U.S. Championship. I mean, shit, it's getting FaceTime, and two people that actually want the damn thing, so. And it's funny because this is actually the guy that a lot of us actually think can break the streak, besides it being Cena. And I mean, I think putting the U.S. title on someone that's not Sheamus right now I think it would be good, because right now it's being defended, at every pay-per-view or so. Granted, it's in squash matches, but it's still being defended, so it's still getting sort of prestigious. And Ryback's still being kind of a big name. I mean, granted, apparently you beat Kane, and I guess you're in line for a U.S. title match. I mean, shit. My dog can beat Kane. Does that mean he gets a shot against Rusev at the next pay-per-view? I don't know. I guess that's how the totem pole is in WWE. So like I said, Ryback and Rusev, that's going to be happening down the road. The New Day. Oh, by the way, we got the same vignette that we saw on SmackDown for the Ascension, so that happened. The New Day versus Gold and Stardust. A lot of people tend to miss the pre-show on purpose. A lot of people don't really like the pre-show, myself included. So why in God's name did WWE put this on in the middle of the show? I don't know. That baffles the hell out of me, but like I said, I guess that is a thing. Big E and Xavier Woods and victory here. I don't know if this is how going to end up leading towards either a Big E turn or someone turning down the road. Maybe Goldust and Cody Rhodes kind of get back. Yeah, I said Cody Rhodes, meaning possibly dropping Stardust and having Cody and Goldust finally go at it at Mania 31. I think that'd be pretty cool to see. But yeah, that's, like I said, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Kane versus Adam Rose is up next. I missed this match. All I know is Kane ended up getting the win. So, again, like I said, because Kane got a win after pretty much jobbing out to Ryback last night, I guess Kane is back to being, well, Kane. Paul Heyman versus Chris Jericho. More talking and everything here. The WWE app, I guess you were supposed to vote on the app what stipulation we want, a no-hold-barred, street fight, or an Extreme Rules, which, ironically, 1, 2, 3, they're all the same goddamn fucking stipulation. I think we all voted for a street fight. Paul Heyman's like, I hope, Jericho, you don't want to get, I think it's fair that, you get into a fight with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar ends up coming out, here comes the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and you can see it because, he didn't have the title with him, but he had a shirt on him that said, I'm the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, so, calm down. Just because he didn't have the belt doesn't mean that, he is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, but, yeah, by the way, don't make fun of me for my Bears fucking losing 24-15. Don't do that. Don't be mean to me like that. I know you are. I can already see your fingers right now. Haha, PTE, your Bears lost. Shut up. I know. We suck. But, no, Lesnar ends up hitting the F5 on Chris Jericho, and that's pretty much it on that. I mean, Lesnar's back in business. He's back in full effect, and, I mean, I like how this entire episode was more so focused on the fact that Brock is back, and Brock will be at the next pay-per-view to defend the belt against John Cena. So I think that kind of transitional period from Seth Rollins being public enemy number one, now back to Brock Lesnar, and now back on the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, that's very good, and that's exactly what you should have had all along. But, of course, Brock not being there every week, the World Championship not being there every week, it was understandable. It was very good capitalizing on Seth Rollins, so without making Seth Rollins now look like a joke, now look like, a backup kind of plan for Brock. So, I think they kind of nailed that nail right on the head there. But, Fandango went out there afterwards kind of saying, I don't think he even fucking said anything. Basically, Roman Reigns went out there like a goddamn boss and just beat the living shit out of Fandango, so it made all of us happy. Big Show walked out there finally before Roman Reigns got to say anything. Thank you, Lord. I like myself some Roman Reigns. Like I told you guys, I've been trying to sell myself upon him, but then he got hurt, and now it's so cringeworthy to see him pick up a microphone, But luckily he didn't say anything because Big Show ended up going out there. I think the only thing he said was like, don't get on the apron or I'm going to punch you in the jaw or something like that. So that's ended up what happening. And like I said earlier on, looks like they're going to be building towards Roman Reigns and the Big Show somewhere down the road. Apparently Roman Reigns is making his in-ring return tomorrow night. So be sure to tune into USA Network for that. The Miz and Jimmy Uso fought off, and Jimmy Uso ended up getting the victory. And, I guess the Usos kind of turned heel about towards the end of it. I think it was Jay that hit him in the stomach with his slammy. So we had an illegal weapon use against Team God. So, apparently the refs don't watch the replay. They only watch it on certain occasions. But, I guess slammies aren't considered weapons. So, Jimmy Uso ended up getting the victory there, and further continues this feud between Miz, Mizdow, and the Usos. And I guess tomorrow on main event, I didn't know they were even having main event with SmackDown. I think that's kind of counteracting itself because, you're basically saying, hey, you're either going to watch SmackDown, which is on TV, or you're going to watch main event on the network, whether that be on your computer, laptop, or whatever the fuck you're doing. You'll be watching that. And I think they're on at the same time. I mean, maybe I got that counteracted, but like I said, that's the thing. Anyway, I guess he's going to try and get Naomi to join his side or something like that. That's pretty much all you need to know about that. And finally, it's main event time. Seth Rollins versus John Cena inside the steel cage. And goddamn, I didn't think they could top their tables match last night. And damn right. Yeah, they did. Absolutely. Very, very good match. Props to both guys here. And like I said yesterday, I compared it to Sami and Adrian Neville. This is not Sami Zayn versus Adrian Neville. That's on a completely different atmosphere, stratosphere compared to this match. But for a steel cage match, it was pretty good. They utilized the gimmick outside the ring and everything. They used that quite well. Brock Lesnar ended up getting involved towards the end of it and hit a couple German suplexes on John Cena, and basically they set up kind of this entire show as to Rollins kind of making fun of Heyman and everything, and I guess those two were kind of, back and forth attacking each other. But, I guess now we're supposed to forget that Night of Champions didn't happen. Seth Rollins didn't try and cash in Money in the Bank on Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions. But now, shocking news, Seth Rollins shakes Paul Heyman's hand. They were in cahoots the entire time. Seth Rollins hits a curb stomp on John Cena, walks right out of the cage with a goddamn bat out of hell, like a goddamn, what the hell am I trying to say? Like, he just got off, like he killed someone and just walked right off. Like, that's what happened. He made a deal with the damn devil. Your winner, Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins, apparently, what they were saying, he's a Paul Heyman guy now, so that's an interesting twist onto this entire thing. I mean, granted, we probably all saw something like this coming, but Seth Rollins is now apparently in cahoots with Paul Heyman. So what do you guys think about that? I like them kind of, they're trying to make Seth Rollins feel relevant, and I think right now, I think it's working. Granted, I don't really like that he has a shot against Brock Lesnar, and apparently now him and Brock are kind of together. I mean, I don't really like that. I feel like that's kind of like, it's kind of like it's a bad detail, you know what I mean? But that's going to be it for your Raw review tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave your thoughts and everything down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to think about Monday Night Raw. Hit that subscribe button down there. We're on the road to 800 subs, and hopefully maybe we can do that by the end of the year. Fingers crossed. It's all up to you guys. Thank you guys so much for all your views. Thank you for making this video a part of your day, month, week, year, and all that stuff. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Please rate this video a thumbs up, and until next time, which should be maybe tomorrow if I actually end up reviewing SmackDown, this is Perry the Entertainer, signing out. Peace.